Right, so we're here doing some work on a Chevy Express today for a client. This thing needs some new front rotors on it. Shimmering, shaking. They said the steering wheel feels like it's getting ready to fall completely off, so they wanted to go ahead and get some rotors for it, so we're going to change that. Get the 7/8 here, get the little nuts off the outside. 22 millimeter. Where's old Junior at? Old Gearwrench. She's right here. Here we go. Big breaker bar right here. Oh yeah, she always does the trick. Now that we got the tire off here, we're definitely going to change these big old honkers of rotors. But what we're going to be doing is taking this outside hub off. So we will be taking this part. We're going to be taking the caliper off, the mounting bracket off, all of that, just to be able to change these rotors out. This is YH145317P by CarQuest. This is the platinum painted rotor, rust resistant. While this is still sitting here mounted to everything, at minimum I want to at least get these knocked loose because everything's nice and sturdy. So I'm going to go around making sure these are all going to get knocked loose pretty easy. Everybody else is working on these. These are a 21 millimeter. So all you gotta do basically put your 21 millimeter wrench right here. Go ahead and jam something in between here so that whenever you're picking on it with a hammer, lay your wrench down here, get yourself a banger hammer, which is what these Hyper Toughs are. They're good if I need to bang on something. That's what I use them for. I beat on it, bang on it, and get them all loosened up. Go all the way around with this. That way it's already done. And then you're ready to go to the back. Now, more than likely, you don't have to take these off half the time, but where this is going to be a brand new rotor, I'm probably going to have to depress these brake calipers in order to fit them back on the new rotor. Now, if you didn't have to, all you'd have to do is come in behind here and take these two studs out in the back, take them bolts out, pull this entire section out right here, pull this all off, put your new rotor on, and then put the entire mounting bracket, calipers, and everything back on together. Likely I'm going to have to depress that piston, push it back in place so it has room to fit over the new one. So we're going to end up taking apart the caliper itself and the mounting bracket on this. So might as well go ahead and finish loosening the rest of these all up. Go ahead and take this outer piece to the rotor off. So now once you've loosened all those fasteners up right there, just take yourself a little ball peen and then peck it, and it'll separate it. Finish taking them off there, pull the outer piece off. All you got left to do is take the rest of it off to get you the rotor. So this tool review will be coming up soon if you're interested, but we're going to use this and break loose that top fastener. I do like that it's got this nice long arm, 90 tooth. Oh yeah, all kinds of leverage, and I can slowly get it broke loose right there. Nice tight confined space. Oh yes, this makes life so much easier. So much easier. A Gearwrench, 90 tooth, long 1/2-inch drive flex head in action. And if that wasn't enough, this one is coming up for review also. This is the LP90SK 1/2-inch drive flex head ratchet. Let's try it out. Oh yeah. Oh yes, this thing nice and smooth. Very, very smooth right there. Now go ahead and pull your slide out here at the bottom. The one up here at the top. Get these out. Look at those, they're dry as a bone. Them should be greased. Now we're gonna pry this out here. Get yourself a little hook and then go hang them up right there. Now in the event you might experience some trouble, you might want to take this fastener right here loose, 10 millimeter. That way it frees up your line and you can kind of hang it right here. But that will essentially get your caliper off there. Now all we got to do is pull these little pads right out. Just nice little taps. And the back fasteners right here is going to be 21 millimeter. Brings us to one more ratchet to try out, and this is the very first thing I have ever purchased in the Icon name brand. Icon Professional Flex Head 90 tooth 1/2-inch drive ratchet. So this review is also going to be coming up soon. And Icon does claim to be professional tool truck quality. The only way we're going to find out is actually by using it instead of doing the shillbilly thing and talking glorious about it. We're going to put it to work. We're going to find out. So now we will see if this has got what Gearwrench had, if it has the leverage and the strength to do this. It actually broke it loose. Nice tight confined quarters. That don't mean that it's going to be spectacular. But it does mean that it did break this loose with Loctite and all. Because this one, I don't believe has ever been took off of this particular truck. Alright, we're going back to the traditional one here, the half-inch drive gear wrench, simply because this is the fastest way. I was just wanting to test out those other 3 ratchets to kind of show you that they do fit into some complicated places and give you some leverage when you might need leverage the most. But now we got this fastener here out, we just got to get the bottom one out, pull this bracket off, and you can pull your rotor straight off. But here you go. Now, one thing you should check on these two before you pull the actual tires and stuff off is make sure you got good wheel bearings. That way you can change it all at one time if need be. But right here, if anybody's looking for the wheel speed sensor, this is exactly how you got to access that wheel speed sensor. Your ABS light comes on. It acts funny. That's what this is. It's got a hex fastener right here. Goes in behind the dust plate, plugs in right there. But that's where that's located at. And then to get to your wheel bearing, you have got 4 of these fasteners right here that runs through the backside. You got to take all 4 of those off, and then your dust cover and all that come off. Pull it on out if you got to change that. All of it same exact aspect to get down to where you are right here. As far as today goes, we were just hired to take this off, put some new rotors on. That's exactly what we're going to do. Just got that paint on the outside edge here and here that will wear off in time, but they're the same rotor. So now we're ready to take this and put it on this. So if you have problems individually with the wheel, you hear the squealing, the shaking, stuff like that, and it's driving all the time without just hitting the brakes, then you're probably going to have an issue with your wheel bearing itself. But since it only does it whenever they're applying pressure to the brakes itself and it's shaking violently in the steering wheel, 90% of the time it is generally your rotors. Well, tool groupies, so far that's what I've done to this one right here. At some point in time I will put up some more detailed how-to do-it-yourself videos for anybody out there looking how to do things yourself on these particular types of trucks, along with many other vehicles to come in the future. But if you're interested in seeing some really good tools in action, follow over on Instagram, the Facebook page, pop the clutch on that subscribe button. Everything you see on this channel up to this point, I have purchased with my own money, including these beautiful ratchets right here. Now, the tool reviews for each and every one of these will be coming up. We will go into detail on them individually, and then we are going to use them in real-world repairs and see how well they hold up in real-world circumstances. What we've got here is the SK, which is a tool truck quality tool for a reasonable price, every bit just as good as some of the other ones out here on the market. Then we've got the Gearwrench 90 tooth. Gearwrench is a really good quality brand. And then we've got the Tech Pro, which is essentially the same thing as Gearwrench. It has already been reviewed. We'll go over it again. And then we got the first ever purchase that I picked up in the Icon line. They claim to be a tool truck quality tool, so we're definitely going to find out. Now, of course, you got your Snap-ons, Max, Protos, Matcos. That's what the SK is going to be the equivalent to. This one is the one that claims to be tool truck quality. We're going to find out. This one's one that represents a lot of the ratchets out here on the market from these tool manufacturers, and this one actually is a tool truck quality tool. So we're definitely going to do some comparisons, some head-to-heads. We're going to see how well they hold up over the test of time without any bias. Going to be unboxing this thing, going through it, and then later on we'll do a actual performance review on it. So for the unboxing, stay tuned to the channel. That'll be coming up. Plus, I couldn't help it, I had to get a few other things. Got a little Kobalt hammer. This little set right here, not entirely too bad. I mean, if you get the gunmetal chrome Craftsman, going to cost you about 50 bucks. This one right here, it gives you all your standard sizes, and it gives you 4 all the way up to 14, and then it gets all the way up to 9/16 over here. So that's not too bad for $24. Again, go check out Instagram along with Facebook. I'll be posting pictures of those there all the time, and some of these tool reviews will be coming up, so stay tuned to the channel. Thanks for watching. Now pop the clutch on that subscribe button.